Once upon a time, there was a two-headed eagle. This is not that time. Hello, everyone. I am Tessellating Hexagons.
Hi, I'm Europe Scalawate. I wasn't so sure of myself for a second. Hello, Europe Scalawate.
This is a Debate-O-Vision Euro.
Scratch that, reverse it, let's get on with our day.
As last time we had Eurovision debates live, although it was no less live than any of our other videos, we just happened to be in the same room instead of over Skype. And at the end of that, we determined that she would have a country to oppose me having Ukraine, and I would that with her being Iceland.
To translate, he's Ukraine, I'm Iceland, the country, not the shop. Just for some
I was going to say, you're a reasonably priced frozen food store.
Yes, because this is totally Iceland versus Las Islas de los Santos, otherwise known as Lidl's. It's a battle of the supermarkets. No.
Anyway, we tossed a coin backstage. Cool story, bro. Needs more pickles. And that's kind of it, really. End of debate. I win because I said so.
Just go with it.
Anyway, so round one, we have 2 minutes to opening state. Yes, we flipped a coin. It came out tails, and I can never remember what that means. I'm assuming that means that I have to go first, question mark?
Yes.
Well, that's fun.
It seems to go in a pattern like every 3 or so debates. It sort of rotates who goes first. Either that or I just suck at flipping a coin.
Flipping.
Go.
Right, so Ukraine, right, joined the contest in 2003, and we had to take a brief respite from proceedings in 2015 for rather understandable reasons, so don't even get me started on that, because it's justified. And in the final, we came first once, and then second twice, and then third once, and then fourth, and that looks like 6th from this distance, and 7th, and 10th, and 12th, and 14th, and 15th, and then 19th. We've never come worse than 19th. We've never not qualified apart from when we haven't taken part. We've claimed the top 3 in the semi-finals, plus 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. We've almost done an Azerbaijan in terms of walking tours of favourable places in Eurovision, except we've never bothered with the coming last. And as for the junior contest, similar story there. We did come last once, but that was 14, so, 14th place, then 11th, and 9th, and 9th, and 5th, and 5th, 2 seconds, and a first. So, yeah, and one of those seconds has actually tried to represent her country in the big contest multiple times as well. Victoria Petrick and her sister Anastasia actually won for her in 2012 with a song about the sky, and fire in the sky, and other things inside this guy. What? But yeah, Ukraine, we always bring something interesting to the table. We introduced the stripper in the hamster ball 2009. We had the giant and the Disney princess 2013. The hamster wheel in 2014. The football chant with the people made of paint in 2012, and the Mystic Meg the sand artist 2011, and a really weird sort of everything's shit song in 2010, which was fun. And we had the living disco ball that was Verka Serduchka, and Iceland cannot claim to have any connection to Verka Serduchka whatsoever. So, yeah, fuck away with that. And, even our lowest placing song, still in the top 20, and it had meaning to it because Orange Revolution. Which sounds like a games console, I am aware.
Okay, I kept that going for far too long. I was interrupted via the Facebook. Because apparently the Sonic Dream collection is far more interesting.
Well, it is a fucking weird entity.
Entity. Okay.
That's the best thing for it.
Right. So
it seems like the sort of thing that's just completely laced with malware, so either watch Markiplier's videos of it or just don't bother at all. Anyway, your pair of minutes. You have 1 minute for each boob, and your time starts now. Go.
Iceland, if you look at it on a map, you'll realise how far away it is from the rest of Europe and the rest of Scandinavia, yet we're still part of Scandinavia for some reason. Anyway, we debuted in 1986 with a group called Icy, which, yeah, Icy, Iceland, yeah, you get it. We did a load of Icelandic songs for a bit. We came last once in 1989 with nil points, so just getting that out of the way. We took a break in 1998, and we came back in 1999 with full force, a second place for Selma and her song All Out of Luck, and then we came last again in 2001. We took a break in 2002, but we have been strong stays of the contest ever since. We've not taken part in the Junior Eurovision yet, but we might. Anyway, we've had some decent placings. We've not failed, like, with the exception of our two lasts, which were both 22nd. I think 22 is a number. With the exception of the two 22nd places, we've not failed to be in the top 20, and we've only failed to qualify 4 times. We had like a massive combo of qualifications from 2008, but we broke that by not qualifying in 2015. Golden Feet wrecked the beat there. But we had Selma represent us again in 2005, failed to qualify. We had Sylvia Knight, who failed to qualify and threw a hissy fit about it, which was highly entertaining. And then we had one of our better songs of the songs that didn't qualify, Valentine Lost. One of my favourite songs ever. Anyway, we've also had a variety of different entries. The guy that was going to sing our song in 2012 tragically passed away, but no, not 2012, 2011! Lorican words. But you knew what I meant! 2011!
Yes.
But you knew what I meant. We had his friends band together and sing his song, and it qualified. And then it came 20th. But the thought was there!
When you're done being a cauliflower, it's time for us to link arms and do that kicky leg dance until we march over the line into round 2. Well, we have 30 seconds for each nipple on our body to attack the other country. What is so funny?
Link arms until we do the kicky. You mean the can?
Not necessarily.
I can imagine you wearing one of those can skirts. Wait, what?
Cross-dress hex! Cross-dress hex!
Go!
Right. So, Iceland. First of all, you have placed outside the top 22 before, because you failed to qualify, you dipsticks on a shit canoe. And also, 2010, right? You came third in the semi-final, and you sent Hera Björk again in 2015 as a backing singer, and Maria Ulfsdottir said that she sang her arse off with Hera Björk as a backing singer, and that was not good enough to qualify. You came 15th, 14 points, you were dancing on top of a Viscount biscuit wrapper, and I had a dream a couple of nights ago that she had been selected to represent Iceland again for like 2016, where Iceland had automatically auto-qualified, and that she was going to sing Unbroken as the Icelandic entry. And I'm just like, naughty Iceland, you can't do that, especially considering in the real world you got into a crap ton of debt a couple of years ago and then tried to blow yourself up with your volcanoes, and that's naughty new Iceland. Iceland is new because you suck at Eurovision. You've only ever come second as your best placing. You're the only Northern European country to never win. Naughty new.
Quick question. How can Iceland auto-qualify when A, they're not in the Big Five, and 2, the contest was won by Sweden, you dipshit?
It was a dream. I had a dream once where Cambodia got 1 point and the audience started booing. And the hosts were like, but we're supposed to be building bridges, so you shut up. We're giving Cambodia 1 point and there's nothing you could do about it.
I had a dream that you did a duet with Conchita as an interval act for an online song contest once.
I once had a dream that I sang Stone in a River from Cyprus's National Final 2015 as an interval act. I've since tried rehearsing it in real life, and yes, I can.
Of course you...
And there is an instrumental version, so I might cover it in the future. Very sadness. Anyway...
That's the one thing I should have done. Anyway, Cyprus isn't in this debate.
Your time. Yes. Go.
Anyway, listen, Biatch. You may have won, you may have had 2 consecutive second places, you may have come third, but you also came, like, lower end of score table in 2005, as did the rest of the Big Five and the auto-qualifiers. admittedly. And in the junior contest, yeah, 14th isn't bad, but last is still last, no matter how many countries are participating. And anyway, what do you have against your own singers? Like, one of them represented Moldova this year, and then you had a singer in your national final in 2009, and then she buggered off and represented Russia. It's like you have a problem with singers in your own country. Like, what? What? Anyway, yeah, you didn't compete in 2015. What was that about? Like, yeah, I started running out of points. Like,
clearly. And I shall explain them when my turn comes in round 3, where we have, like, a unit of time. Like, I think it's 9 seconds for every toe, I think it is. And that's, like, a minute and a half. Whoa.
Mathematics with Tessex. Only math problems can cheer me up now. Anyway,
It's time to face Plam.
Bulgaria's not even in this.
Well, then we're gonna need a plan B.
Just go!
To find the prince you thought you found me. Right, first of all, what's her face? Anastasia Prihodko. She was found guilty of some sort of, I don't know, plagiarism or revealing a song ahead of time outside of the limits of the thing, and so she was kicked out of the 2009 national final. There was some complications anyway, and then she buggered off to represent Russia because Russia liked her song, and that's why it was half in Ukrainian. And 2015, well, we weren't able to take part because of stuff going on with Russia and tensions and conflict in Crimea and stuff, but we'd like to think that we were there in spirit with Eduard Romanuta, and he didn't qualify, so the stain's on Moldova's part and not ours. We don't have to worry about him because he's not our problem. And, yeah, the junior contest, right? Iceland, people in glass volcanoes shouldn't throw stones or something. Like, you criticise us for coming last in a field of 14. Well, maybe if you'd been there, we would have come 14th in a field of 15. Because you would have come last. Because you've never taken part. You said you were... It's like, you've been a cock tease at the junior contest, and that's not a good thing around children. Because in 2014, you said, oh, maybe we're going to debut, maybe we're not, and then you're just like, yeah, we'll be there, lol, nope. And then this year you're just like, no, we had never plans to do that in the first place, even though we have proof that you were going to, and then you decided not to. And your debut entry in the big contest was a group called Icy, and a song about the Bank of Joy. That kind of sounds like, I don't know, some serious druggage went down there. And wasn't Erika Hauksson was a member of Icy, and then he went on to perform your favourite Icelandic Eurovision song ever. And he was a member of Icy.
This just shows what level of friendship we have. I don't know if we can memorize each other's favourite entries from each country, but yeah.
I didn't have it memorised, it's just that you pointed it out earlier in this very video.
I know, but I feel like in a few years' time, if I quiz you on such things like, what was my favourite entry from this country ever in Eurovision, and you remember, that'll just make me proud that you actually care about me as a friend.
And by guessing the right answer, I'll learn 312 honey. And I can use that to increase my stats.
Except I'm not a girl in Honey Pop.
I'm not a guy in Honey Pop. Well, I am in my LP, but not in real life, as far as you know.
And even if I was, my most thing would be talent, and my least thing would be flirtation. Fun facts with Lozzie! Anyway.
Can my most thing be joy, even though that's not a thing? Well, it is a thing, but it's moves rather than affection. But most people watching this video won't have a clue, even though I do an LP of that game on this very channel. Why don't you watch my other videos?
Plug.
Do you only love me for my Eurovision?
I watch your other stuff, so it can't be that terrible. Watch your stuff and you might be as close as we are.
Yeah. In the meantime, you have 45 seconds for every ear, and your time starts at some point in history, I don't know. Let's go with now.
Anyway, yeah, we've come second twice, just like you have, not consecutively, admittedly, but we've still come second twice, and we've come first in a semi-final, and we came second in 2009, which, by the way, a lot of Eurovision fans seem to think that we were the true winners of that year's contest. That's right, suck on that punchable face right back. Anyway, yeah, we've teased being potentially joining the Junior Eurovision, but we will at some point, I'm sure, because the more the merrier. Hell, if Australia joins, then that should just encourage other countries in that area of the world to join, but that's enough about that. Anyway, people didn't like your Junior Eurovision entry in 2014 because it was too serious for the Junior contest. Yeah. Your Jolly Green Giants provided you with your worst ever placing in 2005. Your Disney princesses, you got your third, and you got your Annie Lorax. Making her sound like a Pokemon. Anyway, and I seem to think that Ukraine have a thing with hamsters, because you've used the hamster wheel twice in your Eurovision staging now. Once in 2009, and once in 2014. Is Ukraine just run by a giant hamster?
Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Ukrainian Pie. Does that answer your question?
I was just imagining, like, I don't know, Richard Hammond in a hamster costume, but incredibly giant.
And no one in Ukraine knows he's not really a hamster.
Exactly!
But enough about us and our world in which Soviet Belgium is governed by Soviet Miley Cyrus in the capital city of Antwerp, as opposed to real Belgium, governed by what's-their-face in Brussels. It sounds like a game of Cluedo. It was Angela Merkel in Moscow with the pipe. Anyway, flip that coin so we can do further things and I can saute the hat of remaining participants. Stop looking at me funny, Sweden. Go home. Go home. Go to bed.
Heads. Which means I get to choose.
You get to use the poop in here.
I'll go second.
Okay then, well let's determine who I shall enhavulate in my hexagons. Oh, I like these. It's M&M's. By which I mean Slovakia.
It's so crazy, it's so unpredictable. Get out of here, Celeste Buckingham. Anyway, that was a song.
That leaves your anus with the righteous duty of defending Armenia.
So don't deny that I'm going to win this debate.
I swear to fuck, the rest of World Ballot is going to end up being the last one in the series. That would be really fortuitous and really against the odds, but whatever. Actually, it wouldn't be against the odds, but whatever.
Imagine that, like, rest of world versus Sweden.
You mean like real life?
Yeah! And on that note, I've been Europe's Galloway.
I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons! I said that because I'm kind of in a rockstar position. I'm going to overbalance. I'm falling. End the video before I hit the ground, please.
Don't deny Tess, Hex, and I.
We are not a ship.
Ding.